Assalamualaikum, selamat pagi semua. Terima kasih kerana bersama-sama kita pada pagi hari ini untuk satu siri seminar ICAP yang dianjurkan oleh Pusat Pengajian Seni. Jadi ICAP adalah satu program bersama industri di mana bahagian-bahagian di bawah Pusat Pengajian Seni akan menjemput panel-panel luar untuk bersama-sama berkongsi maklumat dan juga dalam bentuk satu sharing session ya, pengalaman-pengalaman industri oleh panel-panel yang tersohor di industri kepada para pelajar dan juga kepada umum ya. Jadi kami pada pagi ini bersiaran melalui Webex dan juga di live di Arts USM FB. Saya ada bersama kita pada pagi ini adalah Moderator Dr. Asyiek Mat Desa daripada bahagian New Media dan juga Encik Zaidan daripada Shutterspeak Studio. Jadi daripada saya mengambil masa yang lebih panjang untuk membuat pengenalan, saya jemput Dr. Asyiek untuk memberikan sebagai moderator untuk memberikan pengenalan panel pada hari ini ya, panel ICAP untuk bahagian New Media pada pagi ini. Okay. Sekian dijemput Dr. Asyiek memulakan sesi pada pagi ini. Terima kasih.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Thank you, Dr. Sarina. Assalamualaikum and very good morning, everyone. Alhamdulillah, we were able to meet this morning in the sharing session with our ICAP panel, Mr. Zaidan Zainuddin from Shutterspeak Studio. Welcome to all participate in this webinar session, lecturers, students, industry friends from university in Malaysia and Indonesia. In the world crisis dealing with this pandemic, syukur Alhamdulillah, we can still able to manage and share knowledge session in this cyberspace. As it well known, ICAP is a program that connect academic and industry. Mr. Zaidan is an ICAP panel appointed from New Media, Design and Technology Department, School of Art, USM for these 3 years. On behalf of New Media, we are very fortunate that Mr. Zaidan willingness to accept this invitation. In turn, it will be a great benefit and impact to our students. Before I hand over this session to Encik Zaidan, I will read a brief biodata about him. Right? Mr. Zaidan Zainuddin is renowned for some of the most loved program on Malaysia television. Zaidan is growing fast by developing and producing exciting shows that audience love to watch, such as Romantica, Project Theme Park, Jejak Kasih Beliau. He has also ventured into online content by starting up the Alif Sata YouTube channel with currently with 480,000 subscribers, and also his own channel Zaidan Zainuddin on YouTube, Z Garage Evolution on Facebook. Through the years in the video production, he is implementing this experience beyond TV and now pursuing strong video content on social media platform. The topic to be discussed is about the trend of the broadcasting in the world today. For your information, Encik Zaidan is a friend, former employer, sifu, and also my mentor in referring at any topic on the broadcasting world. If you look, the trend and also the pattern of broadcasting world have changed from television to a media platform that is more easily accessible by user. Broadcasting pattern is no longer focused on a specific time and now is more unlimited access. It also refers to a content and desire of the audience to tend and choose the program that are close to them. Let's listen and see a presentation from Mr. Zaidan and how a director who in industry maintain his relevant position in the world broadcasting today. I welcome Encik Zaidan. The screen is yours. I think you mute, Mr. Zaidan.
Assalamualaikum. Yeah, I muted my mic. Okay, so nervous. Terlupa nak on mic. So this is very uncomfortable for me because I tak pernah buat formal presentation except kalau ia pun dekat luar lah, sikit-sikit, pendek-pendek boleh lah. Okay, so basically I'll start my presentation slide. Share. Okay, nampak ke slide? So is the slide on? Yes.
Yes, Tuan.
All right. Okay. Okay. So today I'll be talking about the trends directing the future of television. Where is it going? So basically, from what Asyiek has introduced me, I've started with TV. Let me go into the introduction. I've started with TV. So here are some of the outlines that I'll be talking about. I'll be talking about who am I, how I started, and then the TV now and then. TV to social media, how it happened, and then what does it take to get on TV or social media. Technical, is it technical better than the content that you produce? TV production flow, TV versus social media, the content creation, finding an identity, try and error, understanding your audience, consistency and future of visual media. I have so many slides. I'm not sure if I can cover everything today. I'll try my best to go through. Okay, I am Zaidan Zainuddin. I'm the founder of Shutterspeak Studio. I'm a director of photography. I started as a director of photography. I was not a director or producer. I'm a mountain biker. And since I produce my own YouTube, I am a racer wannabe. So I'm just wannabe a racer. Okay, and I'm the founder of Alif Sata and Zaidan Zainuddin Z Garage YouTube channel. I'll talk about that later. Okay, so these are the reality shows that I've done before. Astro Romantica, if anyone followed me before this, we shoot couples going on vacation all over the world. I think I covered like 40% of the world by just shooting this program. And then I shot the Project Theme Park for Astro, and then the current Jejak Beliau on Astro Prima, if I'm not mistaken. It's still ongoing now, and I have a team in Egypt now with Beliau. And then I did Astro Warna Takut, which was I think started last year and still ongoing until last Raya, I think. And then if anyone followed Pumpang Rizalman, so that was not produced by me, but then I was the technical team for Pumpang Rizalman, a very interesting project. And then these are some of the latest telemovie I've done. Legenda Putri Bulan for Astro Ceria and Family Spy for Astro Ceria. And these are the music video. Latest one. I've done so many before this, but since I've been handling Alif Sata, so most of his videos I shot that and produced. Okay, so how it started. I studied Bachelor of Science in Architecture for I think 4 years. Yes, architecture. And tiba-tiba sesat into multimedia. And then I studied multimedia design in the One Academy. Basically studying all lukis-lukis, video production, graphics. So basically I've covered mostly everything that's about art in the industry. And then my experience, I was a multimedia designer for Magotech Sdn Bhd, and then 3 years as assistant director in Astro. So I was the assistant director for macam-macam Aznil, apa nama yang program budak-budak tu, with Aznil also. So AC di sini, I was also the assistant director until the last season. And after that, I became a freelancer. I stopped working in Astro. I did 4 years of wedding photographer and as a videographer. Okay, and I'll just give some sharing what I've went through from film. You know, when the time when we shoot camera using film, masukkan film, tutup, and then check, shoot tak jadi, and then we go into digital media. Ada time masa shoot video pakai tape, adalah sempatlah time tu pakai tape, and now we're just using SD card kecil. That's what we're using now lah. Okay, so what are the difference between now and then? Okay, basically it's about the same content what we've been doing, the creation of workflow. So the project time frame is also the same. We've been doing it for 3 to 6 months for one program until now. Just that for technical requirements from standard definition. We are now in HD. So when I was in Astro, they started with standard definition. I've also forgot what's the standard definition resolution. 576 by 384. I forgot. And then we move on to HD, and we're supposed to move on 4K, but we're not there yet. So internationally, semua orang, tak semua orang lah, tapi most of the online content has now 4K, but not us in Malaysia yet. And then basically when that happens, cameras and editing machines moved on from normal basic SD setup, and now we require more powerful computer for HD. And now after this, we need to go to 4K. So 4K perlukan lagi banyak power from PC. I don't know. I've never went there yet. So and then now for TV requirements, they're not just producing content for TV. They also need us to do for YouTube posts, Instagram, and Facebook. Last time when there was only SD, you just do content for SD, for TV. That's it, nothing else. Okay, so as I said before, I started with TV and now I've moved on to online content. I have not left my TV works yet, so we are still producing for TV, just that my online contents are just a place for me to experiment my works, because as you can see on my slide, you are the boss. And then you have the freedom of content. You can do anything you want. You have no client. It's just you and your audience. And then, of course, you get extra income. And then you have smaller team. So when I say smaller team, I'll talk about that later, smaller team. And for online content, it's now or never. As you can see, now we are moving forward. We're not just concentrating on TV. Even TV channels are moving on to online too. So it's mobile. So that's the only way to go. You have nowhere else. It's either TV or online content, or you just do both. So for me, I think it's better for me to venture both platforms, so I know I'm prepared for the future. Okay, but why? From 100,000 budget to 1,000 per month. Why? So as I said before, online media is the future. There's nowhere else to go except just online. Everything will be on phone. Everything will be on PC. Even your TV is connected to the internet. So everything is online. That's the future. Okay, but what to do? As you all know, online content, there's a lot. There are millions of contents, millions and millions of contents. Every day, people are trying to produce different stuff, different contents. As you watch YouTube, there are so many contents. So how do you choose what to do? So what does it take? What to do? For me, I think it's better to be different, just be current. You need to see the trend. As you can see that how you shoot for TV is totally different on how you shoot for YouTube, how you shoot for Instagram, even TikTok is totally different. So why people need to see your content? Why do people want to watch your content? So you have to make it unique content. For me, online content is very personalized. So and you have a direct engagement with your audience. So you have to be prepared in all this. So you won't be doing the same thing such as shooting for TV. You put your tripod and then you just shoot whatever in front of you. And then you pan and then you tilt up. No, it doesn't work anymore. That's yesterday. So to make your TV content relevant, you need to campur what are people doing online and what are people doing on TV to make it your style, your personalized content. So before you start, this is television. I have people asking me on how do you start on TV. For me, yes, you can study about video production. You can go to universities. You can go to college. You study. You can go online. But for television, it's not just television, film, everything. You need, I would say, you have learned a lot in your university, but I would say you will learn more, like 70% on set. you will learn a lot more. You will realize that there's a lot more on set than what you have studied. Your study, that is your base. You know what to do. So when you go on set, you get the real experience. So you learn from the tough seniors. You have tough seniors yang kalau nak bantai you, dia bantai je whatever they want to say. What you have degree, you have master. All these seniors, you need to be prepared. Kena bantai je on set. So that's how you learn, and then you experience to the working culture. It's totally different. It's not office. So also you need to learn your audience. What are the current trends that people are doing on TV? Then you have two ways to go. It's either Asian style content or you want Western style content. That goes back to learning your audience and then finding your identity. One thing for sure, when you have finished your studies, then you go on set. You won't be up there dengan all these seniors. You'll be starting very down low. In television, it's tough. So tak ada overnight stuff. Memang kena belajar from zero again. Okay, so for online media, I studied current contents before starting my YouTube. What people are doing, what I should not be doing, macam mana nak jadi different from others. So I learn from online tutorials, banyakkan tengok reference orang, but watch the good ones. Jangan tengok yang tak bagus. See the traffic apa semua, apa yang orang tengok, what's the current trend lah. And then you have to have a very strong mindset, because if you want to compare television, film compared to online media is content that you need to produce every single day. You have no holiday. So untuk online content memang kena consistent, kena strong mindset. That's why bila you tengok YouTube, ada orang cakap, oh dia ni burnout, YouTube burnout, Instagram burnout. So online content is non-stop. It's every day. Okay, and then one thing for sure, kena learn your audience. Who are your audience? And then, is it local? Kalau local, you cakap Malay. Is it international audience? If international audience, then you need to speak in English. So there are two ways to go. So it's tough to go local. It's not that tough to go local. It's this tough. But then it's tough. It's very tough to go international. But once you break that, boleh masuk international audience, memang senang lah nak pergi. Okay, and then finding your identity. Because kalau tengok dekat YouTube pun macam boleh kata banyak sangat. A lot of channels, a lot of contents. Even I would say it's banyak pada apa yang kita tengok dekat TV. Because every single YouTube channel, they have their own identity, their own style. Because everyone is trying to be different, so your competition is very tough online. Very, very tough. So, and one thing for sure is no overnight for YouTube stuff. Memang kena very rough. So, okay. Equipments for television or film. One thing, you cannot access all these big cameras. So, one way for students, like I have interns in my office, they use our equipments, ataupun if you want to explore all these expensive cameras, you have the budget, then go for camera rentals, and then learn from during your internship. You learn all these cameras yang paling advanced, yang paling basic. Now paling basic is DSLR lah. And then learn the minimum TV requirements, because for broadcast you have a very minimum camera requirement to go on TV. Tapi I've seen the lowest spec camera pun, I would say the DJI Osmo pernah keluar ke TV. I would say mobile phone punya footage pun sekarang dah lagi senang boleh masuk TV bila desperate. That's the only way to get footage. So memang dah boleh, tapi sebenarnya tak boleh lah kalau ikut TV requirement. Ikut transmission memang tak boleh lah, tak lepas. Tapi I've seen through days where TV bila cakap, oh mobile phone punya footage tak boleh masuk TV. But nowadays bila tambah lagi bila dah ada COVID ni, anything goes. Asalkan ada footage. Itu je. Even our webcam pun dah masuk TV. So nowadays dah tak boleh lah. Memang semua dah boleh lah basically. So okay, and then learn how to learn for me is with the simplest camera setup. Okay, and then learn multiple editing softwares, because when you go for TV or film, you go to different companies. Different companies use different softwares. So as for my office, I use DaVinci Resolve. So some of the intern datang, kenapa masa belajar we use Premiere and then pakai Final Cut Pro, and datang sini tiba-tiba DaVinci Resolve. So kalau boleh learn multiple software. Even though masa belajar you learn with that software, okay, tak apa. Balik bilik, balik rumah, you learn different softwares also. Because basically operating editing software is nearly the same. Okay, for online media, so I would say the best camera is the one in your pocket. That is always, daripada dulu I started photography, the best camera is the one in your pocket, because that is your handphone basically, your handphone lah. So kalau tiba-tiba ada something to shoot in front of you, that's the only way to go, your handphone. You have no time to go back to your office and get your DSLR and shoot. So online media, anything goes. So no minimum requirements, and then but for me, you need to understand the basic of camera exposure. That's the best thing. If you have very good content but you have no knowledge of operating a camera, everything overexposed or everything underexposed, your footage is bad, so people will get turned off and won't have a look at your content. So content is more important than your camera. For me, that's what I think for online media. Your content is much more important than your camera. And the most simple setup will stretch your creativity. I would say this because all of my interns in my office, when they have their final assignment, I would be giving them the most basic DSLR camera, and then I would give them only one lens. It's either I want to test them with zoom lens or just one prime lens, and you go and shoot your assignment. So from there, you learn how to take different angles with whatever you have, and then your audio, what's your limitation. You won't have wireless audio, so your subject need to be near you. So those are the things yang kena fikir. So the most simple setup is the fastest way for you to learn. Astro, usually you get email from them. Okay, then the email comes and then they will ask you what program. They will tell you what program they want. Is it a talk show? Is it a documentary, drama, telemovie, reality? And they'll give a basic guideline of date of transmission, which is when it's going to be online. And then, sorry, not online. TX transmission, meaning when is the date bila dia akan keluar TV, and then how many episodes required. So the most the most standard requirement is 13 episodes, and most of the time akan dulu 28 minutes for one program. So 2 minutes is iklan, but nowadays dah jadi 21 minutes for half an hour episode. So 9 minit iklan, which is a lot. So itu difference dulu dan sekarang lah. So 21 minit je yang content kena shoot. Okay, so this is the ideation, the workflow. Whatever you do, you must love your idea. So your idea, you must love the idea. Kalau you produce something and you don't like it, just move on. Memang that's not what you want. Just move on. So and then try to make it personal on how to create that content. Make it personal. Apa yang so close to you. For me, I like cars. So whatever kalau channel bagi ajak pergi pitch, okay, I'll do something that's related to car kalau boleh, because I know I can excel there. I boleh buat the best. So I know who to work with. So use your personal experience to create your content. And then find a reference that you like and you do not like. So basically kalau tengok dekat Netflix ke, cari reference yang you really like, and then also cuba fikir balik apa program that you have seen and you do not like. That's that's your guideline of what not to do. The most expensive thing bila produce, bila your idea come out, okay, sebelum pergi present, the most important thing is how expensive is your content. Kalau your idea is Hollywood standard, but your budget is Malaysian standard, sama je, you cannot produce it. So, how expensive would it be? That will define your content. Okay, and then you put on the technicals hat. So when I say technicals hat, you think about audio, you think about cameras. Apa style of shooting? You want handheld, macam pegang je, or tripod, pan, tilt up, macam documentary style, or stabilized shot. Sekarang nowadays pakai stabilizer, pakai Ronin lah. So how do you want it? And then what is the style of your shooting? Wireless mic? Which is ada host, dia akan cakap, or camera mic. Why camera mic? Because maybe documentary style kena always follow. You have no time to put on the wireless mic. And then you want to shoot what? Normal speed or slow-mo? If you shoot normal speed everything, the look is different. If you shoot slow-mo everything as in 50 frames per second, but you won't be using that as a slow-mo, it will look different. And what I've been doing for my programs, I shoot slow-mo in 50 frames per second, but then I have all the footage in 50 frames per second and can use it in slow-mo anytime I want. So that defines the technical part, how you want to shoot your program. And this is the requirement nowadays by producers. Drone or not to drone? Sikit-sikit drone, sikit-sikit drone. So bila you tengok program je, asal program je mesti ada drone. So okay, drone has becoming a norm. So last time drone kalau nak bayar untuk orang shoot boleh jadi 15,000, 10,000 untuk per day operate. But nowadays mostly setiap production house dah ada drone. So but then is it practical to fly in the city? Can you fly near an airport? Can you fly near a communication tower? So those are the things yang you need to think before you propose to your client. Okay, so after that, dah habis, dah dapat idea, dah compile apa semua. Okay, good luck pitching. Pergi pitching kat client. Pitch. Congrats, dah dapat. Okay, tune. So, the production timeline. This is the production timeline. Normally, as I said, this is referring to Astro punya production timeline. So pre-production is your preparation. It will take around 1 or 2 months for idea brainstorming, nak dapatkan artis, nak dapatkan crew, 1 or 2 months. And then production, the fastest you can do is 1 month or maybe sometimes 2 weeks. Satu hari shoot 3 episode. It can be 2 months or 3 months depending what kind of style. Kalau documentary lagi lama, bertahun-tahun. And then post-production. Post-production betul kita dah shoot. After that post-production kena ambil masa dalam 2 ke 3 bulan, which is editing. So post-production include editing, grafik, motion graphic, montage lah, audio, nak level balik. Kadang-kadang nak reshoot balik, certain shots tak jadi. So that will happen during this. Okay, so this is the budget for 13 episodes. As I said, based on Astro. I'm not sure about other TV station. So per episode is 20 to 30,000 per episode. This is just a guideline. So kalau bila pergi in the field nanti tiba-tiba dapat 15,000 punya budget, jangan terkejut, ada. So and then so total will be around 250 to 300,000 per program. That will take about 6 months to produce, maybe. So time tu dah dapat macam wow, 300,000, kaya, yes, happy. Okay, tapi kena fikir. Lepas tu kita kena assemble Avengers. I panggil Avengers assemble. Why? These are the people that you will fight with. This is your gang. This is the people that will make your program. So the Avengers, I would call the producers, the directors, assistant producer, project manager, script writer. Even kalau production lagi besar, it will go on and on lagi banyak. These are the basic program, macam reality program, ni lah basicnya. And then the executioners. These are the people that will execute your ideas. The cameraman, audio, grip, lighting man, camera assistant, and then video and audio production. They are the ones yang akan execute. So you have, as a producer director, you need to control both the Avengers and the executioners. Bergaduh on set is normal. Bergaduh after dah shoot is normal. So these are the people that you need control. And then down there you tengok ada the talents. So talents, host, co-host, guest. So tadi dah dapat budget 250,000, 300,000. You guessed it wrong. So semua tu duit banyak akan pergi ke ni setiap seorang ni kalau tengok. So bukan 200,000 masuk poket. Tak ya. So tambah lagi host, nak bayar host banyak. Satu program boleh jadi 100,000, boleh jadi 50,000. Habis itu je. So that's why as a producer director you need to think of the budget. Apa yang boleh execute. Okay, then you go on to post-production. This is the point of no return, I would say. Kita dah habis shoot, kita dah report dekat channel, okay dah habis shoot. Now we are editing it. Bila editing, this is the fun part of assembling your hard work, bergaduh apa semua dengan crew, you assemble everything and then you explore your creativity, how you want it to look on TV, and then this is where you manage your financial. Duit pergi sini sikit, duit habis kat sini, okay ambil sini pergi sini sikit. This is the part the last part lah untuk betul-betul control your production. So the not so fun part, this is where you handle your expectation. Okay, pasal kita kena ingat the program we produce, we don't produce for us. We actually produce for our client. It's not for us. We produce for our client and our viewers. So handling expectation, bila itu masalah, bila kita pitching and we pitch Hollywood, but when we deliver YouTube, let's say. So itu that's the handling expectation part where how you talk to your client. Oh sebenarnya kita orang shoot macam ni. Oh tak boleh. Kenapa buat macam ni? Time ni tak ada footage. So you handle. This is producers punya work lah dengan director. And then this is also where the technical problems comes in. You tengok, alamak, cameraman tak tekan record button. Audio tertutup, bunyi muffle. All these things, part ni lah nak pening dekat post-production ni, masih editing. And then shoot pula tak cukup footage. So this is where bila tak cukup footage, you need to go for reshoot. When you go for reshoot, your budget will burst. Your budget kena keluar, kena tarik. So and then last part is meeting the deadline. Meeting the deadline ni bila kita nak TX, which is keluar TV. This is the kelang kabut part where you need to rush. Channel keep on coming to you. Cakap bila nak hantar. Sekejap. Bila nak hantar, jap, tengah sikit lagi. This is the pening part lah. But once everything all this done, then alhamdulillah dah keluar TV, tengok your work cun, you rasa puas hati. Lega. Tapi baru satu episod, kena ingat. Ada lagi 12 episod. So bila habis satu season tu, barulah settle. Yang tu yang shock dia. Barulah dapat duit time tu kan. Okay. So thinking process. Okay. This is thinking process for online content. It's totally different, I would say, because online content for YouTube, for Instagram, untuk TikTok, whatever. For me, I produce for YouTube and Facebook. So whatever I post on YouTube will go on my Facebook. It's the same content. I will explain that why later. Okay, so the time frame to produce this is kalau boleh, because kita work on our own. So we maximize days of shoot. Maknanya kalau boleh satu hari tu belasah shoot all the way. Your content take like 2-3 episode. So 2-3 episode we cover about 1 episode per week, dah 2-3 weeks. Because you are on your own time frame. You have no big team to control, you have no budget to control. Tapi kalau boleh maximize everything. So 1 day post production, meaning kalau boleh 1 day shoot, 1 day edit and then keluar. Kalau tak boleh, then try like 2 days edit and then keluar online lah. Okay, and then what we have been doing so far for Alif Sata YouTube, I was the producer and also the cameraman. or I will bring my TV crew untuk jadi cameraman, or like I said, I'm the producer and also cameraman, I shoot Alif Sata. If I'm handling my own YouTube because I'm the host, so I produce for my own content, I shoot myself. Semualah sendirilah. Oh, sorry, my handphone is on. So semua sendiri. Okay, and then the budget. So the budget untuk YouTube ni sebenarnya is different from TV because you have no budget at all. Because your budget is your income at the end of the month. So you have nothing else. So initially how I started YouTube, I and Alif Sata, let's say we strike a deal where I take 50% of the income, you take 50% of the income. So at the end of the month, when you get the payment by YouTube ke Facebook ke, you split that income with your host ke, your share partner, you split. But then you put aside one budget for production. Tapi ingat ya, for YouTube, you have no budget to pay your cameraman per day because you have no budget. So that's how you work with your budget lah. So at first start memang tak ada budget, just buat je. But when you can earn money from your YouTube, then only you have earnings. From there, you roll your budget, do contents and again and again and again. So roll je lah. Okay, another way, if you can see, one more is sponsorship. So kalau tengok YouTube besar dekat US, sponsorship is the biggest budget untuk YouTube. So why? Because you have a platform. Let's say you have 1 million subscribers. You can go to big clients. Let's say you pergi Tesco. Tesco nak letak tak your product? I can mention it in my YouTube. I have 1 million followers. I have 200,000 followers on Instagram. So that's how you get your sponsorship. You have many followers, your traffic is very good, you get sponsorship. Get them to pay for your work. So maybe lock 3 bulan bayar 100,000, then every month let's say 30,000, I just mention your product, ada je, every episode ada. So that's how you get budget for your online content. And one more thing, okay, this is what I want to share. I'm sorry that there's no audio for this. Okay, when I started Alif Sata YouTube, everyone knows him as a singer, as an actor. So what kind of content I want to do for him? I fikir-fikir balik, and then kalau buat singing, it's good that I do singing. Let me make the screen smaller. Alamak, can see all my browser now. Okay. Okay, so what I decided with Alif Sata is that let's do something what people are not doing on YouTube. How about we shoot your journey to Iron Man? I think most of you know that he attempted the half Iron Man, and also he is an Iron Man. So this video is my first video on Alif Sata YouTube. I use my TV skills, and I implement in his video. So it's documentary style, ada pakai GoPro, ada interview. So you find your own style. That's why I say you find your own style. Nak buat cara macam mana untuk YouTube. So I dengan Alif decide, okay, let's do Iron Man content. So that's what we did for, I think, the first year. Every week ada Iron Man content. So dia pergi training, how he struggles, betapa susahnya, because this is a part where people don't know about him. Dia struggle. He is human. So apa yang kita nampak him on TV is berlakon, menyanyi, hosting. So this is the concept I stick to for his channel, which people tak pernah tengok. Okay. Okay, so another thing, bila kita cakap pasal YouTube, this is important. Your channel graphics, your thumbnails and text defines your channel. I've tried a lot of styles, and then I started with thumbnails. These are the thumbnails that I started with. Tak ada text, tak ada grafik, upload je, letak je. But then when people see this, they know that you're lazy, you're not doing good enough, you're not working hard enough. And yalah, bila macam ni, your traffic is not good. And then I started with many different kinds of tags. I play with color. I fikir macam mana nak catch people to click on your YouTube. How? And then I tried with you can see the thumbnail that I choose. Dia penat, dia happy, dia menangis, dia pergi bawah tiang tu buat apa. So I tried. Memang macam-macam I tested. So and then these are my channel thumbnail. So I do contents about cars. So I tried playing with vibrant text untuk catch orang macam mana nak klik. Orang akan klik ke tak? Letak gambar kereta accident, letak gambar kereta conteng buruk, letak kenari buruk, letak kereta cantik. So it defines what is your channel. And then try catchy pics. Okay, yang ni I cubalah letak Alif seksi tu, tunjuk masa okay, tu kan, tengok jadi ke tak. Lepas tu my tax RM50,000 business class. Korang nak tekan ke tak nak tekan? So and then this one I letak sports car, tak sayang kereta ke? Apa dia? Kenapa cakap pasal tak sayang kereta ni? Okay, it's nearly clickbait but it isn't. So I've also tried clickbait. You know clickbaiting where you put thumbnails yang actually not the same as your content. Okay, so clickbait works, but then do you want to do it every time? Macam ni I letak estimate repair 50,000 tapi sebenarnya kalau tengok sebelah tu 28,000 je. So sebelah sini pula Sherry dengan Alif. Kenapa ni? So it's clickbait. Okay, satu clickbait je I tried, which is down there. I've met Robert Downey Jr. before launching of Avengers Endgame. Okay, the content of this video tak ada kena-mengena langsung with Alif meeting Robert Downey Jr. But in the content, Alif did talk about him meeting Robert Downey Jr. So it's clickbait. So from this, I got 120,000 views. That was, I think this was last year. I don't know what is the traffic now. But then all the comments dalam tu, because I use clickbait, ramai bantai, apa ni content tipu, that's not true, fake. Memang that's how you get people to click lah. But don't use it. Okay, it's okay. So and then I tried error, different kind of content. I nak tahu selain pada Iron Man, since now COVID, dah tak boleh nak keluar shoot, dah tak ada event, what kind of other content. So this one, me and Alif went to penjara and meet with orang kat sana, and then dia bertakbir raya di penjara. This got a massive views. I think now dah nearly 1 million views. So try different kind of contents, and then these are the Iron Man content. Try different kind. So these are the content that didn't work. Alif gerak Athens sekejap ya, nak tunjuk dia pergi Athens, nak tunjuk the lifestyle orang kaya, but people did not click. And then YouTube silver play button, I thought everyone wanted to see how does the silver play button looks like, but it doesn't work. And then so some of the content didn't work. So that's why I say when online content is try and error. So what are you offering to your audience? Basically, the audience will ask you, kau nak bagi aku tengok apa ni? Best ke tak ni? Before they click. So that's why bila thumbnail tu important, so dia kena relate to the content yang betul-betul, jangan macam clickbait, kena pull that people. Okay, so now as you can see, Alif punya channel last time was music and travelog. So I got female audience. You tengok in 2018 female audience naik. And then male audience 48% je. And then after that, habis music and travelog, dah start Iron Man, banyak content Iron Man. Then I started pulling male audience 57% and female audience turun bawah. Sorry girls, tak ada nyanyi-nyanyi, tak ada travelog, tak ada family. So that's why you pull different kind of people with different kind of content. So set your channel apa yang you want to display. This actually goes the same with TV. So TV is also the same. Apa content? What's your target audience? So basically kalau TV ni senang sikit. Why? Because it's defined by channel. Astro Ceria is budak-budak. Astro Ria Entertainment, orang-orang muda. Astro Prima Yang orang tua sikit tengok drama. So TV dah lagi define where the content should go. YouTube, online media, semua sangat subjektif. So that's why bila subjektif ni susah kita nak tahu apa audience kita, siapa audience kita. Okay, so these are the links yang bila kita share. So bila kita buat content for online, you don't just post on Facebook or just post on YouTube. Macam you say, I YouTube je, I tak buat Facebook. Tak boleh. Why? Because all these platforms, they keep on sharing. No matter how you put your content on YouTube, people will still share on Facebook. You put your content on Facebook, people will still share on WhatsApp. Kan? So it's interrelated. So that's why for me, for my channel, I put my content on YouTube, but it's the same thing. I put the content on YouTube on my Facebook. Because YouTube and Facebook, dia punya sharing power is totally different. YouTube is YouTube, dia tak pergi mana-mana sangat. Facebook punya sharing power sangat powerful because you have that share button kat bawah. And when you share ke you punya wall, and your wall akan share dengan orang lain, your friend, and dia akan spread. YouTube, dia kat situ je. Tapi siapa yang ada YouTube, adalah YouTube. Tapi semua orang ada Facebook. So that's why your platform tu defines kat mana, apa yang you should buat. Okay. One thing about online content is consistency. So they know it's your channel. Macam I dengan Alif Sata, we post content every week. Setiap hari Isnin ada content. But now bila dah ada COVID ni, dah ada virus, semua orang tak boleh keluar, kita orang tak boleh shoot. So we started losing people because orang dah tak ingat. Bila kita stop uploading to online media, people akan stop, berhenti tengok because orang akan move on to other channels. People will forget. So I keep on producing my YouTube channel, my car content. So orang keep on ingat. So kalau boleh, more content is better. But as I said, you will get burnout because you do a lot of shoots and edits every day, 7 days a week. Okay. Make a schedule. This goes the same as TV. As you can see, the consistency of making a schedule, tak boleh malas, is the same. TV and online media is the same. Because now, when you have your own social media platform, that is your channel. It's the different with TV station. TV station ada banyak macam cakap Ceria, Prima, Asturia. But now this is your own channel. So make a schedule so people remember. And never slack on quality. Once you slack, orang dah tahu. Oh, ini malas pasang clip mic ni. Oh, ni shoot rushing ni. Edit ni malas ni. So, benda-benda tu orang kalau dah selalu ikut your channel, they know you're slacking. Okay? Okay, and then study is either you go all out belajar statistik, apa orang tengok, apa orang nak, ataupun go all out what you want to do. Because this is your channel. But make sure people know you and remember you, then only you can do whatever you want. Macam kalau I say Casey Neistat, kalau ada orang follow Casey Neistat YouTube, dia content dia sangat random. Apa saja kadang-kadang tengok apa, kadang-kadang dia buka unboxing lah, kadang-kadang dia pergi kerja, kadang-kadang dia pergi airport, lepas tu dia pergi presentation balik, tapi views dia always 1 million, 2 million. Kenapa? Pasal orang dah tahu dia siapa. Tak kisah apa dia buat, people want to watch him no matter what. Okay? So television or online is about knowing yourself, what you can do, what do you like, and then deliver. And then know your capabilities. This is your limitation. Know your limitation. Jangan cakap I can shoot something yang macam pergi gunung ke apa ke, but then you cannot achieve. So know your capabilities, know your budget, and then deliver. And then know your audience. Tanpa audience, you are nobody. Seriously, that's why bila kita tengok YouTube, dia ada selalu cakap, oh, thanks you guys for supporting us. Ni. Because that is true. Without the audience, you are nobody. That's why jangan sombong bila buat online. Okay, so do I make money? For sure, yes. Monthly income and land sponsorship macam I cakap. So when you get the traffic, you will get the income every month. And then be creative because your online platform is not only just to post your work. you need to consider it as your advertising space. Like how people are paying for TV adverts, yang tengah-tengah tengok tiba-tiba potong iklan, that is how people will pay for your YouTube punya advertising space. Content, your content tiba-tiba, okay hari ni channel sponsored by botol ni, so terima kasih pada botol ni, feature dia boleh buka lah, apalah, ni. That is the advertising space. So instead of relying on advertising yang YouTube keluar tiba-tiba depan, tengah semua, that is just minimal. Okay, so advertising space yang you sendiri lagi besar income daripada yang YouTube punya channel, advertising kecil-kecil tu. Okay, what is the future? For me, for sure, I would say 1000% it will go mobile for sure. One day people will stop watching TV because orang dah tak ada masa nak duduk rumah and tengok. Because if you see online content and TV, you can watch TV only when you come back from work, sit down during dinner ataupun not even dinner. After dinner, you watch TV. But for mobile, people ada handphone. When you are in jam dalam kereta, you put your handphone. Okay, jangan beritahu orang tau buat macam ni. Put your handphone on YouTube. Okay, tengah buat kereta. Jangan buat selalu tau. So, benda-benda macam ni, you can see it's going mobile. 100% for sure is going mobile. Tak ada tempat lain dah. Tak tahulah kalau tiba-tiba mata kita ada TV ke. That is future lah. It's going mobile. Even you can see Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, HBO. Semua ni adalah mobile. That's why sekarang Astro, kita punya local TV channel, semua tengah kelang kabut. Why? Because they are late to the party. Very late. So, bila Netflix dah datang, Astro dah kelang kabut, apa nak buat? So, what they did is they have their own Astro Go. So, you can see they are going mobile and going online. And lastly, I would say the future is in your hand. Betul kan? Atas tangan. Memang it's in your hand. Memang the future is in your hand. So kalau you want to go for TV, you want to go for online, one day both of these akan sama-sama. Tak kisah dah memang sekali sama-sama. Okay? One thing I nak bagi you all fikir is do what you love, don't just do because you have to. No matter channel cakap you kena buat program pasal perempuan tapi you lelaki tapi I tak ada naluri perempuan. But try to relate that content to what you love. Ambil okay program perempuan, you lelaki, pergi bawa program perempuan ni buat something yang rough. So do what you love. Okay? Okay, so that's it lah. Oh, penat cakap ni. And then questions and maybe answers kalau ada. Orang pula cakap penat
Alright, thank you.
Alright.
Such a wonderful and lovely content by Mr. Zaidan. Thank you so much. Alright, before kita buka the Q&A to all participants, saya nak wrap lah sikit. I can see for myself the changes that have been taken place in the development of Shutterspeak and Mr. Zaidan from before. Right, seeing the development not only from the technical aspect in visual production, but the content development makes the name of Shutterspeak stand out to this day. I still remember, based on my experience, kita bawa 5D Mark II, Encik Zaidan, semua orang tengok, because it's too small and then macam mana nak produce that kind of quality for during that time. So, but
betul, I nak add in. At that time, kita started DSLR. Okay, I was one of the first yang started this DSLR movement in Astro.
Yep.
And cameraman dekat Astro time tu semua mengamuk, tak puas hati yang kita. Apa pakai kamera mainan ni? Apa ni? And see nowadays, semua DSLR.
Semua. Alright, so it's a trend. It's like a trend lah kita buat masa tu. Mr. Zaidan buat masa tu. So the quality is very good and then semua orang boleh terima. Alright, many things were discussed and I strongly agree with Mr. Zaidan's statement that says gear as a tool, but the important thing is the content that stings relevant to the head of the audience. This is what makes us for remain rational with the audience. Okay, saya buka soalan. Siapa-siapa nak tanya, kita ada di sini daripada teman-teman daripada USM, lecturers daripada USM, our students, ada teman-teman daripada universiti, local universiti di Malaysia and Indonesia, ada Dr. Prof Denny daripada UNS. Kita ada kawan-kawan daripada industri, ada Fad di sini, ada one of the speaknya partner dengan Mr. Zaidan. Okay, so I open the Q&A session. Ada siapa-siapa nak tanya, please? Jangan malu.
Jangan malu, tanya. Time ni je.
The
Lagi
student,
sambung keluar balik ni.
sila. Siapa nak tanya?
I have a question, Doctor.
Yes, please, Jit. Yep.
Basically, we see that in online, TV contents, the TV station actually will decide what contents that they want for their audience. So, and akan ditapis melalui ataupun it will go through with certain censorship process in the TV station. What do you think regarding on OTT platform? Will that stage would ever come that we would actually, OTT platform would also be under control for our contents that being to be experiment and to be shown to audience actually, so that dia tak nampak benda yang stereotype ataupun benda yang sama.
Okay. Honestly, I'm in no position or ilmu to answer that macam the right answer, but then I'm just judging based on what I'm seeing lah. I'm not sure if I can answer this. Okay, let's see. Kalau tak, you just ask again. Okay. Sekarang ni, because everything is under FINAS and semua tapis semua is under FINAS. So when online content ni Netflix apa semua, do you mean Netflix or other international OTT ke macam mana?
OTT mean like Amazon Prime, Netflix, Disney Hotstar.
Okay. Okay. Sekarang I saw the pattern. Dulu memang everything was controlled, tak boleh. So what I'm seeing now is that when you have let's say Netflix, when you have a Malaysian account, you have a certain access. You have certain access only to these contents. Because whatever content dalam Netflix Malaysia or Asia, I think Malaysia is different from the one in US. But then last time memang dulu tak boleh control. Dulu control. But now I'll be open now, even sex or apa violent dah tak ada, dah tak boleh control. Because dah tak boleh control. Even Netflix pun you can see there are contents yang macam tak sepatutnya budak-budak tengok. Basically tak boleh control lah. Because unless okay, I'll give macam Disney Plus now ada Hotstar under Astro. The Hotstar baru release in Malaysia, which is also Disney Plus. So I've been subscribing Disney Plus. So there are contents yang very related to US punya star, dia punya culture apa semua. Tapi bila masuk Hotstar tak ada. So what they did was they put in Malaysian content. Walaupun channel tu walaupun channel tu is Disney, tapi they put in konten-konten lokal yang boleh relate dengan Disney. Itu je lah. So censorship ni I pun tak berani nak cakap because Okay,
Jit, boleh?
You wanna ask something, you boleh continue, tanya dia.
Okay, alright. Ada question from our Facebook. Satu soalan, Amir Khan tanya, Encik Zaidan, how about payment from YouTube? Macam mana nak dapat and berapa view yang layak untuk dapat payment?
Okay, so alamak. Okay, YouTube. Okay. Because YouTube requirement to YouTube is different from requirement on Facebook. If I'm not mistaken, YouTube you need 4,000 subscribers minimum, and then you need 1,000 subscribers minimum on YouTube and 4,000 hours of people watching your video, 4,000 hours. Then only you can monetize. And untuk nak senang kira actually is 100,000 views equals to $100. Okay, 100,000 view ada 3 number kan? 3 number equals to $100. Tapi the actual calculation is $170. Tapi untuk nak senang kira, tak lebih kira, tak kurang kira, I just gunakan $100. Okay, and untuk Facebook pula, you need 60,000 hours, 600,000 minutes within 60 days. Tak silap. And then you need 10,000 followers untuk start monetize. So monetize on Facebook, kiraan dia, I'm not sure.
Okay, good. Thank you. Dengan soalan tu harap berpuas hati Encik Azmi. Alright, another question from Rahman. I think Encik Zaidan kenal aku, Rahman.
Okay.
Saya tapis sikit lah soalan ni sebab okay, requirement spec which is for RTM, Astro, TV3 and also YouTube. Mungkin boleh jelaskan all the technical punya.
Honestly saya tak boleh jelaskan pasal 90% projek saya adalah dengan Astro. Saya pernah kerja sekali je dengan RTM. Lepas tu saya tak nak kerja dah. So tak ada. Saya tak tahu requirement dia kenapa, tapi yelah kalau logically diorang is under government. So the requirement is lain lah, lain level lah. Tu tak boleh, ni tak boleh, because semua orang tengok RTM. Semua orang tengok RTM. Even orang-orang kampung tengok RTM. Pakcik, makcik, datuk, nenek tengok RTM. So basically RTM punya requirement is jaga hati rakyat. So requirement dia sangatlah lurus, sangat proper untuk tak menyentuh hati-hati orang setiap orang. Harap tu menjawab lah.
Alright. Okay, thank you. Harap berpuas hati Encik Rahman. Okay, next question from email. I think email rasanya sama dengan soalan Jit tadi.
Sama.
Soalan Azmi. Tentang how much we earn from YouTube, right? So Encik Zaidan dah jelaskan. And then next question, from Syafiq, how to start a channel which mean by every platform, YouTube, FB, IG, but no followers. How do I get follower? Boleh tak harap algorithm saja untuk mohon tunjuk ajar.
Okay, faham. Okay, macam mana saya start dulu, how I started. I had 4,000 subscribers. This is my platform I'm not talking about Alif, because kalau cakap pasal Alif Sata tak fair lah, dia artis kan. Macam kalau dia on je terus orang subscribe. Okay, so on my platform I have 4,000 subscribers on my YouTube, tapi my subscribers was random. So because my YouTube was more on wedding videos, more on kamera, I tak silap lah, I sendiri pun dah tak ingat my video. So I had that follower which are my clients and potential people who wants to engage me to get me as their wedding video and photographers. So after that 4,000 subscribers, I started my own YouTube. I started travelog video, I started creator punya video. Memang susah. I would say memang susah. But one thing for sure, you want to get followers, you need consistency. Tebalkan muka anda setebal-tebal mungkin. Letaklah muka anda di merata-rata social media sebanyak mungkin. Dan bukan sekali dua ya. Letaklah banyak kali. So kalau boleh tiap-tiap hari tu ada je post something. Consistent. So why consistent? Because bila consistent, orang akan ingat you as the guy on that video, the guy on that photo. Consistency is very important to get people to remember you, and then you can keep on doing what you're doing. So it's either you are the person, the terrible person you want to remember, or you are the viral person you want people to remember. It's up to you. Because dekat YouTube or online platform tak ada siapa cakap no. Except YouTube adalah certain things tak boleh lah. Macam politics, violence apa semua tak boleh upload YouTube lah. So yes, harap tu menjawab.
Alright, next question from Muhammad Izzat. Encik Zaidan, apa tips nak jadi YouTuber? Kalau tanya saya, kata kena handsome macam Encik Zaidan lah.
Tidak kot. Okay, saya bagi contoh korang kena tengok. Contoh kalau cakap okay kena handsome untuk jadi the face of YouTube, the face of Instagram. Contoh I type dekat chat room Casey Neistat. People call him the ugliest YouTuber on YouTube. Because dia memang tak handsome pun. You tengok, dia memang tak handsome. Hanya because dia very confident, the content is very positive, he inspires people. That's why kalau you malu to get on YouTube, then tak tahulah, you try something macam siapa nama tu? Fix, alamak lupa lah. Oh my god, I forgot. This one YouTube channel, dia buat repair kereta. Dia tak pernah langsung tunjuk muka dia kecuali shot dia tangan. Okay, bayangkan tak ada muka, tangan je. Dia buat something, buat. Dia cakap, buat. Tak ada muka dia langsung. Even he was invited in one of the car show, international car show, international car program TV. Dia tutup muka dia juga. Dia pakai mask. Even on TV pun dia pakai mask. Dia tak nak tunjuk dia siapa. Maybe that's the rule yang dia set lah. So tak semestinya muka tu membawa your channel. Actually it's your content yang membawa your channel.
Okay, it's about content lah. Betul tu. Saya setuju dengan tu.
Yes, betul.
Ada soalan lebih technical from Daniel Haikal. Software apa yang Encik Zaidan gunakan untuk editing? This is probably for the
Okay.
YouTube channel lah kot.
Okay. I started with Apple, lupa lah. Final Cut Pro tu dia dah tinggalkan Apple, lupa lah. Final Cut Pro dulu memang hardcore Final Cut Pro. Okay, masa dekat Astro pun dia orang pakai Final Cut Pro. Astro sekarang pakai Adobe Premiere, dia orang dah move on. Lepas tu I pun move on ke Adobe Premiere. But as you know, softwares are expensive. Even Final Cut Pro pun 3,500. Adobe Premiere sekarang dia main tipu pula. Kita kena bayar monthly seumur hidup kita. So I didn't like that. So tiba-tiba DaVinci Resolve keluar. Okay, kenapa DaVinci Resolve? It's because it's free. DaVinci Resolve, saya tulis DaVinci Resolve. It's free. And then because I produce for TV, I produce for YouTube. I tak mampu untuk membeli banyak software untuk letak kat office. Banyak komputer. Takkan nak beli satu. Mau 30,000 untuk semua PC. So DaVinci Resolve is free. It's for you all to try and learn editing. DaVinci Resolve ni dia daripada After Effects semua masuk ke dalam editing software. So it's editing software and also After Effects. Adobe After Effects. The After Effects pun boleh buat dalam tu. Semua pada dalam tu. Hanya ialah limitation untuk DaVinci Resolve is dia perlukan powerful computer je lah. Tapi you all boleh download, it's free and explore. Kalau walaupun komputer slow pun pakai je lah asalkan boleh edit. Cuba.
Right. Betul. Saya rasa betul benda tu sebab it's a tool saja kan untuk editing. I think bagi apa pun insyaAllah boleh buat. Alright, next question. Banyak ni soalan ni. Tapi kita pergi satu-satu.
Okay. Baik.
Popular. Semua tanya dalam YouTube, dalam Facebook semua tanya pasal Kancik Zila. So okay.
Jangan layan.
Okay, how about if kita tak capai 4,000 hour watch time and 1,000 subscriber before 12 month, adakah kita kena buat channel baru?
Okay.
Good question here.
Okay, yang tu betul. Because untuk YouTube, there is no limitation of berapa bulan kena achieve 4,000 hours, berapa bulan kena achieve. Ke ada 12 months I'm not sure lah. Tapi requirement untuk YouTube sebenarnya lagi senang daripada Facebook. Because you imagine Facebook perlukan 600,000 minit untuk dalam masa 2 bulan, which is much more tougher. So I'm not sure. Tapi sebenarnya tak payah buat channel baru. It's just that you keep on trying, keep on finding your own channel, your own identity. You keep on finding lah. One day you dapat jumpa. Okay, that's what I did with my content. My YouTube channel meletup during the COVID. Because masa first COVID dulu, lockdown, I dah beli kancil. I memang dah beli kancil. So I thought apa kata kita modify kancil? Because kancil murah. So that's why I started with kancil. Kancil murah, part senang dapat, apa semua senang lah. So masa COVID, semua orang duduk rumah. So I took that opportunity to create my channel. Macam sekarang, habis ni korang cepat buat. Macam sekarang, semua orang duduk rumah. So you find that perfect time untuk create a content yang mungkin orang tengok time orang tak boleh buat apa-apa ni. So cubalah. That's a tip I can give.
Okay. Alright. Probably this is the last question lah kot.
Habis dah.
From Iman Hani. Alright. Nak tanya, kan kita kena cari kru untuk shooting program TV semua tu. Kalau mereka tolak untuk join, what should we do? Ada benda tak macam tu berlaku?
Kena cari kru untuk cuti program. Okay, kalau mereka tolak untuk join. Okay, adakah maksudnya anda sebagai producer, Iman? So, sebagai producer, basically this is normal pasal tak semua kru free, tak semua kru sentiasa ada, kita petik je, asalkan ada duit boleh bayar. Tak semestinya. So that's why you need to manage your expectation. You have a certain budget, and then let's say budget ni is untuk kamera. Kita boleh afford kamera yang cameraman yang okay lah. Okay, pasal budget kita macam ni. So kita boleh afford tu. So apa yang kita boleh compensate is kita sebagai producer and director, kita kena power lagi daripada cameraman ni. So kita tak mengharap sangat cameraman ni. Ni bila budget tak ada. Okay, so bila budget ada, okay, budget ada, kita boleh bayar DOP yang power-power apa semua. We can pay them. But then they are sometimes full. Kena kerja je. So dia tak ada. So basically memang kena expand your contacts. Selalunya expand your contacts lah. Expand contacts ni is through experience. The more people you know, get to know, and then the more crews you know, which one are not good, which one are good, which one are okay, which one yang kena avoid. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I think itu sangat-sangat membantu menjawab benda tu sebab bila dalam industri ni macam-macam boleh berlaku. Alright. Okay. Ada question? Ada soalan lagi? Maybe kita ambil satu lagi mungkin daripada
Pasal TV lah, pasal TV.
Ataupun
Banyak sangat YouTube.
ada pasal TV. Ada pasal TV.
Pasal
Ada
TV
soalan
ke?
pasal TV?
I have actually a question.
Okay, Jit. Alright.
Yeah. Sebab at the first time when I went for my interview also saya pernah tanya soalan ni that why the contents are being so stereotyped regarding I mean contohnya nak paksa kahwin, and then kenapa content dia adalah sama, kenapa tak eksperimen dengan benda yang baru.
Yes, betul.
It's
Okay,
just,
I can answer that.
It's just that alasan. It's just that alasan was. I mean that reason was not too firm to me because it was. I guess people wants to see something which is something new and something experimental, but within the guidelines of what they call which is set by the television station.
Yeah, understand. Okay, I can answer that. I had the same perspective as yours. When I entered Astro, I was expecting to give all out whatever in my brains. Macam, ambil, I got this idea, semua boleh. But then, it goes back to what the audience want. Tu je masalah kita is what the audience wants. So, channel ni, okay, we are the producers, director, we are the producers team. And then there's the channel team. Channel people who take care of the channel macam Astroria. Astroria people who take care of Astroria, they have their own team pula. The channel managers. Ada channel manager, ada assistant channel manager. Okay, diorang ni, they study the traffic. The TV traffic. How I study YouTube punya traffic, they study their own traffic. So they've studied all the patterns. Let's say kita letak macam you cakap orang kahwin. Okay, I did romantika. Astro romantika ni is couple pergi dah kahwin, pergi honeymoon, lepas tu sembang-sembang pasal kisah cerita mereka romantik. Bila first jumpa, alah comel-comel je tu. Macam alah hai, rasa terapang je kan. Tapi tapi diorang dah tahu why is it 6 season? Because itulah orang-orang nak tengok. Itulah yang orang nak tengok. Kalau orang tak nak tengok, diorang tak akan buat. That's the thing, because they've already know the audience, the Malaysian audience. I understand your feeling. I myself won't watch romantika. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Like overseas kita tengok dia ada TRP dia, that is television rating point. That kita boleh tahu that station mana yang mempunyai ataupun rancangan mana yang akan mempunyai the highest viewers because disebabkan dia punya dashbox Astro ataupun dashbox television tu memang sudah ada alat untuk
the statistik
yang akan memberikan statistik kepada pihak kerajaan. Tetapi how would we generalize saying that public wants to see that same shows, padahal kalau kita tanya personally pada orang lain, dia kata that no, I guess the show is really boring. I guess they should actually change the content. So I'm like, at a certain point, there's two perspectives. So kadang-kadang it plays the confusion. Who is telling the right and who is telling the truth currently?
Yeah, I understand. Okay, betul. For me lah, macam last time I was against all these cheesy shows. But then because you need to think this way, Astro is a pay TV. People pay to get their content. Okay, so meaning they pay to watch that content that I and you don't want to watch. So that's the reality, because diorang memang dapat the statistic from their box, the TV box tu memang diorang dapat the statistic, and they study that, diorang tengok the patterns, and they even know bila hari raya, hari apa yang orang tak tengok TV. So actually hari raya, not the COVID punya era, hari raya first day orang tak tengok TV, they know. So they put all this yang major contents yang terkenal apa semua is second day or third day. Even timing pun diorang tahu pukul berapa, apa semua diorang tahu. Even I pernah ada, I buat project theme park, my show was placed at 11 PM until 12 PM. I macam, kenapa letak my show pukul 11 malam? Why? Show ni best. Tapi is based on their statistic, memang orang tengok TV pukul 11 sebelum tidur. So yeah, they have the statistic and everything. I and you understand memang kita tak akan tengok, tapi tak apa, kita buat je. So that's why kita buat je content, apa diorang nak kita buat. So that's why, that is one of the reason why I get on YouTube, because I do what I want and I get my own audience, that audience yang I nak. I tak nak yang jenis yang lain-lain ni, I nak yang audience I je. That's what I did. That's why I go online.
Alright. Okay, Jit. Puas hati?
Yes, okay.
Geram tu.
Tapi banyak benda yang nak ditanya, tapi I guess I should open the space to other.
Yeah, that's the reality, you know.
ada soalan lagi ya. It's okay. Probably you can Facebook and PM.
Yeah, just ask me.
Alright, Jit, our ex-student in theatre, so dia ada banyak ni lah dengan production. Alright, okay. Kalau soalan, I think thank you so much Encik Zaidan. Thank you for the
Thank you
time.
very much.
Sangat-sangat menarik untuk sesi ini. Content presentation inspire for everyone kat sini lah. Hopefully through this session can give a good impact in the world of broadcasting. Terima kasih siapa yang industri, teman-teman daripada School of Arts, pensyarah-pensyarah, timbalan dekan kita Dr. Serina, teman daripada Indonesia, UNS, Prof. Denny dan student-studentnya, dan juga yang lain-lain yang teman-teman di Facebook. Alright. Thank you Encik Zaidan. Thank you kepada School of Arts anjurkan ini. Thank you pada our chairman Dr. Mohd. Alright.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is our department boss, Dr. Mohd. And then
Oi,
mungkin
boss.
Dr. Mohd ataupun Dr. Serina want to say anything?
Please go ahead. Thank you, Encik Zaidan. Very
Thank you very
informative and good for our students. So thank you so much. Nanti kami akan
Okay.
panggil lagi ya.
InsyaAllah. Alright.
Okay, Dr. Serina? Want to say
Okey,
anything?
ya. Okey, jadi terima kasih kepada Encik Zaidan kerana meluangkan masa dengan School of the Arts pada hari ini. Okey, sebagai panel ICAP daripada bahagian New Media dan juga Dr. Asyiek kerana meluangkan masa untuk moderatekan sesi kita pada pagi ini. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Jadi saya harap ataupun kita berharap Dr. Mohd kalau ada bila-bila jalan-jalan nak bawa Alif Satar tu ke Pulau Pinang, singgah-singgahlah di School of the Arts. Boleh buat melalui Sokmed, Alif Satar ke Sokmed, Encik Zaidan ke dan sebagainya lah bagi kami
InsyaAllah.
rating tinggi sikit ya.
Kalau tak dapat Alif Sata, kita dapat Encik Zaidan pun dah cukup dah. Dia pun
Oh,
boleh
ya.
Semua
Alhamdulillah,
sekolah
insyaAllah.
datang Penang.
Encik Zaidan promote
Ui, teringin
School of the
sangat
Arts.
pergi
video.
sana.
buat video makan nasi
Alright.
kandar nanti dengan kancil Zila.
Oi.
Oh, yes. Konten bagus.
Alhamdulillah.
Okey,
InsyaAllah.
terima kasih semua. Terima
Thank you.
kasih
Okay,
semua.
thank you very
Jadi
much.
untuk sesi ICAP seterusnya untuk para pelajar from School of the Arts daripada Pusat Pengajian Seni, kita akan post di Arts USM Facebook dan juga sempena bulan rintis, program-program rintis akan berlaku pada pertengahan bulan Jun, lewat bulan Jun ini, dan sesi-sesi ICAP juga akan diadakan selaras dengan program tersebut. Jadi saya harap semua pelajar akan follow kami di Arts USM Facebook untuk detail dan juga maklumat dengan lebih lanjut ya. Okay, sekian sehingga kini. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Kita akan jumpa di sesi ICAP yang akan datang. Okay. Terima kasih.
Say thank you, Mr. Zaidan.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Alhamdulillah.
Warahmatullahi